This is part 2 of a 3-part video series, and this part will show you how to import footage into DaVinci Resolve, so the screen recording from Google Earth of your GPS track data, and how to crop that into a circular minimap overlay for your video. So to get started, navigate to where your MP4 file recording from your GPS tour is stored. What we'll do is we'll take the footage, the original GoPro footage, and the tour. You just hit Control, click both, and you can drag them in. Normally you start on the Media In tab for DaVinci, so you can drag them in. So what we want to do is you want to add them to your pool, your media pool. So we want to bring in the tour and the actual video footage. I usually skip cut and go straight to edit. So this is the media in your media pool. We have the video right here, the original track. This is the GoPro recording. And then this one here is the tour recorded off Google Earth. So I would just right click on the clip for the tour, unlink them. We don't need the audio. There is no audio in the screen recording. And then it just leaves you with a video track to manage. Click on the clip, make sure it's red. Go to Fusion. And then right now you only have media in, media out. What you want to do is click on this ellipse tool. You want to break the link. You want to apply this as a mask to the media in and then link it back to the media out. Because we're applying the mask before media in, there's nothing being applied between media in and out. The previews are the same, so it's kind of redundant. To edit the ellipse, just click on it, make sure it's red. You'll see the green circle light up. So you can click on the center red indicator to move this around. So Google Earth will keep the center arrow, this indicator arrow, in basically in the center of this preview window, or the window that Google records in. So if you center your ellipse or circle right on that, on the tracker indicator, then your circle will always be centered with respect to the path. And then you can grab the sides of the circle here. You see how they light up white. So I grab the diagonal side and then it stretches it evenly. And you can basically make it a bit smaller. And then you could play with the adjustment settings. So this is adjustment settings under inspector. If you don't have it open, make sure you have inspector showing. So what I like to do is enable some soft edging. Not too much, but a little bit so that it gives it a bit of a faded washed effect. And then I like to reduce the border width. This is almost like artificially cropping it. And one of the reasons is just to avoid having the Google image logo or maybe boundaries showing up. So say we're satisfied with this level of editing. So now what you want to do is go back to the Edit tab. On this tab, you can use Transform. You can also transform within Fusion, but sometimes here it's a little straightforward. So at the mid bar, click on the rectangular icon or whatever one of these might be showing. And if you drop down, make sure you're on Transform. Before you do that, just make sure your clip's highlighted red. Now you get these adjustment windows or adjustment arm ends on every corner. You just want to drag these in until you find a suitable size for the spot you want to put the map. And to adjust the position, you just grab anywhere in the box and you can just move it. So if that's the location we want the minimap, the next step will be to align the video track. So unfortunately what that means is you're stuck with manually aligning the clips. And the best way I've found to do that is to keep both of them full. Don't chop these clips up until you've aligned them. Find a point in the video where you know you're moving. So right here in my video, I make a run around these logs and run up this long road. So I have a very long stretch of run coming up. And then what I would do is just watch your video preview up top and slide this over until you recognize where that long run is in the GPS track data. So right here, I moved laterally to get behind the logs, and then I accelerate straight up the road. Now, once you're happy, you could choose to link these so you don't accidentally move them out of sync. So once you've linked the clips, you can come in, just watch your video. If you hold Control and then backslash, you can do a quick cut, and you can, chop your video up however you want. And then close the gaps. And then maybe this is the final video that you want right here. Part 3 of this video series is going to be to add a north arrow tracker onto this minimap.